All right, I've got this wood prepared here. I like that background there, the mountains. I may adjust it here in a little bit to where you can see a little bit better. I got some more red oak out here. About to split it. And I think that's all I've got really. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna split the red oak, and then I'm gonna do some videos on the with my splitting wedge too. I have fun doing it, and I'm gonna see how it does on this red oak. I think it'll split it fairly easily. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I think today's the 22nd, 23rd maybe. What is today, Carter? Do you know? Oh, okay. So tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Today's the 23rd then. So tomorrow's Christmas Eve. So I've got a guy that's wanting 3 loads of wood, and he's right down the road from here. So I'm gonna get this stuff ready and get it to him. It's really fun to swing that double bit. And this wood right here, it does just fine. So I'll probably just use it and come out here and have some fun with this red oak. It is some good splitting wood, that's for sure. So much better than white oak. It's just not stringy. You know, you see me split white oak before, the whole round will be split and it'll still stand there holding itself together. Like I've said this before, it's like it bundles itself, you know. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get to it. Well, I forgot my double bit. I forgot I took that out. I took that out of the van and put it in my building, so it's at home. So, old Excalibur it is. He doesn't know about this one. I see dirt and stuff all over it. Some guy asked me about the edge on this the other day. There's the edge. Not very sharp, but it does the job. For splitting, you don't need a real sharp axe. You just don't. Some people think that. Some people seem to think that, but no, you do not. I mean, I found that to be true. Even in hardwoods like this, which are harder to penetrate, you do not need a real sharp axe. You need it to come to a point, your bit, you know, you need that to come to a point. You don't want it real wide out here, but once it comes to the point, the edge itself, this don't have to be real sharp. Some guys prefer it like that. I myself, I don't. You can do the flick with these as well. You don't have to have a double bit to do the flick. See right here? You don't have to have a double bit to do the flick. You even see that? This red oak does split really good. So I get a little better view if I can. Yeah, this is easy splitting wood. No denying that one. It's really a joy to split this kind of stuff. Some good splitting wood here. It's probably one of my favorite things to split, especially when it's been down for a while like this. When it's real green, it's definitely more stringy. Yeah, I don't even have to really step a whole lot of places with this axe where it's I know different guys, we're all built different. We're different sizes, shapes, genetics, everything. But for me, I'm just telling you why I like a 36-inch handle. I mean, I've stood here in the same spot and split all that. Still, I'm in the same spot. See what I mean? Still in the same spot. If I need to move, I can. Step here, step there. See what I mean? Now I'm stepping from there. Look how much wood I split from that one spot. So, traditional handles, most traditional maul handles you see, I know nowadays, like with axes, different guys are using different things, you know. They've got all kinds of different handles with different curves and everything in them and different lengths and everything, but traditionally, what you see for a maul was usually a 36-inch handle. From what I understand, from most of them I've seen anyways, most of the older mauls, the handles on them are 36 inches long and they're straight handles. Very much like this, straight handle. They didn't even have a palm swell though. I like this palm swell on this. So they were 36 inches like this, but without the palm swell, and they were straight. And what that does is you create a lot of momentum like that. And then you see those curves, you know, in lots of axes. The curved handles, those are in lots of axes. And most axes, lots of them, the traditional axes are made for chopping. I've definitely seen some profiles that look like they're made for splitting too though. I've not come upon many of them. I've just seen most of them online and stuff, and they look really good for splitting. But mauls all had that good head, you know. It's just the weight is different. Like as you see here, you know, this handle, this is a long handle here. And this is like what your traditional maul handle would look like. Maybe not with a char in it, you know, and this one has a clear coat or something on it. But like that, you know. And then the head, as you see, of course, that's a good splitting head. Look at the head on that, and this Fiskars, at the wide point on the Fiskars, I mean, the wide point on this Fiskars here, they're actually very similar. That's why I say when I say it's built like similar to a maul, the profile is, but without that weight. The heads are very similar. The weight is just different. But now this one is lighter now too, because this one has such a big pole on it. And I cut a lot of the pole off right here. This pole went up to about probably here. And then the blade down here, the bit, it went down to about here probably. So I took off of both of those. And that's why this one's so blunt at the moment. I've got to get me a better grinding disc, and because mine are all wore out, I just took the time to do that and taper this in a little bit better. And I think this will be great. But I love this too, because not only is this a good splitting axe, it's good for the wedges if you need it, or to hammer something. Because you see how much bigger this is, you know, than like this one. I've done videos before of this, pounding metal wedges with this, and you are not supposed to do that, and I didn't realize that. But you see the difference in the pose of those. This one's like a hammerhead. So that's what it's made to do. So it's pretty handy for that. You know, this one all around is good, you know, for splitting, and then wedges too, which wedges for me are more for fun, honestly. To me, a wedge, in many cases that I've found anyways, I can get it done a lot quicker and with less effort with a good splitting axe or maul than I can with a wedge. If you got to hit a wedge 20 times to split one piece of wood, you know, and you can hit it, you know, 10 with a splitting axe or a maul, you know, I'd rather do it with a splitting axe or maul. But I do have fun watching those wedges work, how they work. Pretty neat. This wood's really fun to split with that double bit. Hate that I forgot it. Seriously. to the knot. Anthony, you were watching the other day. This one seemed like it could be a little tough. So you commented on the video and we were talking about splitting a round. You know, I was saying a bigger round or a tougher round. Normally I don't go down the middle on those. I'll show you what I do on those. This one seems like it can probably be a little tough. This one here. So I'll show you what I do on those. I aim for firewood size pieces. So this is a pretty decent sized round in girth. And it looks like it could have some knots in it. So I'm gonna try to chip around these sides, work my way around. Like right there, see there's a piece of firewood. And I know that your wood is a lot tougher than this too. White oak is a lot tougher than this. But I don't think that white oak is quite as tough as what you got. I think it's live oak or post oak, but it's tougher than this red oak. Pretty tough. It may even be close to what you got. I'm not positive. I can't speak to that because I've never split it. But see how I'm working my way around the edges? Just watch if you're reaching over like that. You don't have to worry so much with the fiskars. If you got a wooden handle, you would break it right there. There's a piece of firewood out. Wow. There's a knot right there. See, I told you this one looked like it had some knots in it, and it does. So there's a piece. There's a knotted piece there. This one seems to have a knot. Yep. Oh yeah. This grain on this one, I could tell kind of by looking at the top that it was going to be a tougher one. But see, around the sides. See there in the middle how it did? So I'll try to work my way around the sides on these. It's about ready to go. Oh man. What? That's hard. Hear that? There's a knot right there. Yeah. Yeah, we're down to some really tough wood here. Tough piece here. Wow. See, I said red oak is great when it's straight grade. When it's like that, it's not so great. And I have had some like that. Wow. I'm actually going to leave this piece. You see what I've done to the top here? I've got one more little piece off there. And then there's this stuff here. I'm going to leave it. stick. Look at this. That's heavy too. A little more right there. I'll finish this up and that'll be it.